Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is another freezer mealy kind of thing that I'm doing. I don't know if it's nesting, I don't know if I have like fall fever, but I have just been like cooking up a storm. I was doing stuff this morning in preparation for November's fall freezer meal Fridays, which I'm doing in open collaboration. Anybody can participate if you want to. They're starting on Friday, November 5th, which is next week. So this is not part of it, but kind of getting there. So what you'll see behind me here is I found a turkey carcass in my freezer, which is probably from last Thanksgiving. Gross, I know, but still makes really good stock. So I got 4 quarts of stock out of that. I'm letting that cool. I did that in my slow cooker overnight. I apologize, the dishwasher's on. I've been having that going all day long with the stuff that I'm cooking. But what I want to get started is tomato sauce. So I froze a whole bunch of tomatoes that we got through our CSA over the summer. I'm going to put them in the slow cooker with just a couple of ingredients. I'm not going to core them, I'm not going to seed them. It'll be fine. I've done it before, and I have a bunch of cherry tomatoes I'm going to throw in there too. I need the room in my freezer, and I'm going to be doing a lot of freezer meals using red sauce in the near future. I don't have a recipe. This is just kind of stuff I throw together depending on what I have. For example, this morning I was zone cleaning and I was clutter cleaning, and one of the things that I was clutter cleaning, I have on my to-do list to clutter clean something every 2 weeks. So I took our liquor cabinet and took everything out and looked at things, and there were like a couple little airplane bottles that I don't even know where we got them from. I actually don't drink anymore. I use most of the liquors for like my vanilla extract and cooking and things. Matt does drink occasionally, but anyway, I found this little bottle of red wine. I think we got this as a wedding favor at some point somewhere. So I'm like, I'm gonna use this in my red sauce. It's like the perfect little size. I don't even know how many ounces this is. My eyes can't read that. A little bit. So I'm gonna throw this in the slow cooker. I'm probably gonna have this pasta sauce go for like 12 hours. My goal is to get it to go till tomorrow morning, because I will can tomorrow morning. I'm not gonna can tonight. I have some other prep work that I wanna do tonight so that I can do more freezer meals tomorrow. I'm looking at them on my counter. A couple of videos ago, I used up my frozen onion. So I'm gonna whip out my veggie chopper. I'm gonna chop 2 bags of onions, and I have some peppers I'm gonna chop up. I need those for tonight's dinner. I'm not gonna film dinner because I've never made this recipe before. I had Betty Crocker sends out emails daily, I think, and one of them was for a stuffed pepper casserole, and I have some peppers in the fridge that I want to use up. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna cut up some of the peppers so that I can start tomorrow morning and make some breakfast freezer meals in preparation of that. And I already took out some breakfast sausage that I want to brown up as well with dinner. So a bunch of just little like getting ready to do other stuff. It sounds very chaotic, but it makes sense in my own little brain. Oh, and I also want to grate up a mess of cheese because I'll need cheese for tomorrow. I'm making breakfast casseroles and breakfast burritos. So, and then it's Halloween weekend, which I have 2 things that I usually do. I always make sugar cookies and we decorate them, and I always make chili. I'm probably just gonna make like an Instant Pot chili or something like that. But anyway, I wanna get the tomatoes in the slow cooker so they can start defrosting. And we will I'm gonna add the wine. I'm gonna add some salt, pepper, garlic powder. I'm probably gonna add some frozen garlic we chopped up in a couple videos ago. I don't have onion just yet, so I'll add that as soon as I do chop it up and put it in there. It'll all work out. And it will sit there for, it's only 3 o'clock now, so I'm probably going to have it go on low for 15 hours or something like that. There will be a lot of liquid in it, so I'm not worried about it. Let's fill up this and I'll show you what's next. Okay, so I'm just getting that warmed up. As you can see, this is gross inside. It's from the turkey. I didn't even bother cleaning it. So on the bottom, I'm just gonna put that red wine. I'm just gonna gently put these, and these are rock hard. I'm gently gonna put these ones on the bottom just because Paul is sleeping. It's so funny though, because I go through the whole summer thinking I have so many tomatoes, and I really don't. So after a few hours after dinner, this might cook down to nothing. I might actually have to add some canned whole tomatoes, which is totally fine. All right, there's all my big ones. Some cherries. More cherries. Just gonna go ahead and add some salt now. is some fresh garlic that I cut up in another video and then froze. So I'm just gonna get, whoop, I'll get that in a second, some of that in there. I like to put a little paprika in mine. I have no idea why, I just like it. And then some Italian seasoning. So like I said, I don't have any onions in here just yet. I'm going to chop those up next and then I'll put some in here. So we'll just let this hang out and do its thing.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee. Rivers flow, why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, but I've still got Tennessee on my mind. From Reaper's Fork to Watertown, and maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still hear the calling of Tennessee. And who even knows where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on my mind. I miss the smoke on the Cumberland and the fireflies at midnight, and the color of the leaves in the fall. Who are we to know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow? The sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on. Yeah, I've still got Tennessee on my mind. Yeah.
You were the top that eclipsed the room. I was the one who arrived too soon, but no one would ever bet against us if they saw us exchanging glances. I was too busy to fall in love. You were too busy.
Okay, so that is all the prep work I'm gonna do tonight. It's a little too early to start dinner, so I'm going to have a snack, watch Seinfeld, and relax. That sauce is gonna go all night, and tomorrow morning we're gonna go ahead and can it. Okay, many hours later, and you can see this is a really watery mess. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to very carefully take my immersion blender and blend all this because I don't feel like getting my Vitamix out. And then I'm going to put it in a stock pot on my stove and just let it kind of bubble all day and reduce. I mean, it's just watery because it's got water in it. So I want to immersion blender it first just to make sure something magic doesn't happen and it thickens. But I also don't think I have enough to can. I'm going to use some of this sauce tonight with dinner. And then I think I'm just going to put them in quart containers and freeze it. I think that's the game plan because I don't think I really have enough here to can, especially since we're using it tonight. So let's blend this up, see what it looks like, and then we'll just reduce it on the stove. Okay, so it actually did thicken a lot. I am impressed, actually. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? This is what we're going to do. I'm going to leave this, the lid on, but slightly ajar. I'm going to put this on high. Do on high or low? I'm going to do it on, I think we're going to do it on high because I'm not going anywhere here, so I'll keep stirring it. I'm going to put the lid like this so that it definitely stays hot in there, but I want some of the moisture to come out. So I'm going to put this on high for 4 hours, let it do its thing. I'll keep stirring it so nothing scorches on the bottom, and then we'll see what it looks like a little after lunchtime. So this has been sitting for a while. It's bubbling. It's not as thick as grocery store sauce, though it is really hot. When it cools down, it might be better. But I don't really care. I saved the glass mason jars for dinner tonight, and then I only have 2 quarts. So I'm glad I didn't whip out my big canner and get that all set up because I'm not going to can 2 jars. That's silly. But I did use up all those tomatoes from the CSA by just throwing them in the freezer as I was getting them each week because we're not really like tomato consumers. Like I put it on sandwiches sometimes, but I'm not a big sandwich person. I pretty much just have them on burgers. I like to use tomato sauce to make things with. And I haven't done a thing where I've gotten like boxes of tomato and just processed them down into like, 20 mason jars worth. That to me is worth canning. This is not. So I'm just going to pop those in my freezer once they cool down. And even if it's a little watery, I don't care because I do my pasta in the Instapot now where it's just the raw pasta, pasta sauce, and some water. So if it's a little watery, it's totally fine. So thanks for hanging out with me and doing some prep and making some room in my freezer for all these freezer meals that we're going to be making in November. I will leave a link to the playlist at the end of this video, which talks about what the collab in November is all about, which is every Friday. I'm going to be uploading a video at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on freezer meals. If you'd like to participate in the open collab, all you have to do is message me in the comments below that you have a video. I'll go find it and add it to the playlist, and then we can all put our heads together and get a lot more freezer meal recipes because I know I need them. I feel like I'm stuck in a rut of making the same thing over and over again. Tater tot casserole, baked ziti, and breakfast burritos, I feel like are all I make. So I need some new ideas. If you like videos like this, please give this a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time.
Nobody else is there to warn us. No, we